Good evening again, people. It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing alright as always. So then, pre-match thoughts video, match preview ahead of Leicester versus Leeds United tomorrow. Early kickoff once again on BT Sport, 12:30 at the King Power. So yeah, I mean, different sort of vibes going into this one. I can't lie. I must admit, this is no shade on Bielsa, but if Bielsa was still here, I would be a lot more nervous than what I am for this one. I'm not saying that it means Leeds are going to win the game, but I think a different approach, a different voice may be just what the players needed. And it might be the kick up the arse that they all needed to get themselves into gear. So then, before we go any further, smash that like button. Please subscribe. So close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. I've said it a few times now, and I'm going to keep saying it until I reach it, because it's something that I really want as soon as possible. So if you could do me a favour and do that, that would be great. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below as well. And yeah, let's get into it then. Leicester versus Leeds. So it's Jesse Marsch's first league game in charge since he was appointed on Sunday, I believe. Sunday or Monday. So yeah, this is this could be a huge indicator as to how Leeds are going to set up for the rest of the season. He said in his press conference yesterday that he's been working on one formation with them in training, whether that's a 4-2-2-2, as I did predict in my predicted 11 video that I uploaded yesterday. If you haven't watched that already, go check that out. But then I'm hearing little bits now that it could be a 3-4-3 and that we could go a bit defensive minded, you know, to tighten up the midfield and the defensive areas, maybe hopefully catch them on the counter, which again would be a different way of going about things, because when Leeds have played three at the back before, it's kind of been like a 3-1-3-1 type of thing, which has just been, you know, especially with man marking system, it just didn't work, did it? Let's be real. But this may be different. You know, if there's 4 in midfield and then 3 up front, that'll hopefully help solidify that midfield. Now, he said Phillips was out, but you know, you're seeing things on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. You know, could he be in this weekend? I don't think he'll be risked against Leicester. Bamford looked like he was very much involved with first team training. I think we could see at least Patrick Bamford on the bench for tomorrow's game. I really do. And even just having him on the bench will just give us a huge boost, because if we need him in this game, he can come on and make a huge impact, I believe. So yeah, Leicester, let's touch upon them for a bit. You know, they currently sit 12th in the table, which by their standards is a pretty poor season. They beat Burnley the other night. That was their first league win of 2022. So they're not in the greatest bit of form. I think the only other wins that they've had have been in the Europa Conference League. You know, they lost out to Wolves. They drew against West Ham, and they were beaten by Liverpool at Anfield as well. So, you know, they're not in great form, but Vardy was out for the majority of that bad form. He came back, he came on as a sub the other night and scored, along with James Maddison. Both came on as subs and both scored. I did watch the game, obviously, because I knew Leeds were playing them and I wanted Leicester to win on that occasion to help us with regards to Burnley. So, look, Leicester are a great team, and if we're not on it, then we can be punished in this game for sure. But new manager bounce and all that jazz. I do think Leeds can get something in this game. I really do. At least a point. I'll say it with my chest now. Even if it does happen, that's fine. But I don't think Leeds will lose this game. I think we'll either win it or we'll at least get a point. I think the new ideas that Marsch has been putting across, I think is going to benefit this team. And I think it'll be good to see Leeds have a bit of pragmatism about them, and have a slightly different approach. And it'll be so good to not see the man marking. Obviously, Brendan Rodgers may have prepared for this game in a different way if he was coming up against Bielsa. Don't get me wrong, he'll have clips of Marsch teams from the past and how he's set teams up, but you never know. You just don't know what Leeds you're going to get tomorrow. It could be the same as the last few weeks, and it could be poor, and it could take Marsch a bit of time to implement his ideas. And I know it's only a training video, but the training video seemed really positive that Leeds United shared on YouTube. So yeah, I am feeling quite optimistic in this one, guys. You know, whatever happens in this game, we need to get behind Jesse Marsch. I've said it in a few uploads now, but I can already predict what Twitter is going to be like if we lose this game. All those Bielsa fanboys, you know, and again, that's making me sound negative towards Bielsa, but I think these people that are still mourning him, I think, yeah, fair enough. We loved him, I loved him, but we need to try and move on now, and we need to, you know, look forward with Jesse Marsch. And I think this is kind of an ideal game to have as his first game against a team who have only just won their first league game of 2022. They're not in great form. Yes, they might have James Maddison and Jamie Vardy back from the start, but I remember the game at Ellen Road earlier on in season. It was a 1-1 draw. Vardy started, and Llorente, who has been poor this season, had him in his back pocket. In my opinion, he didn't do much in that game. Now, I did say yesterday that Llorente might start this game, but it's looking likely that he could be out and that he might be injured. So you probably, if it's a 4 at the back, you're probably going to see a partnership of Koch and Strauch. If it's a back 3, probably Ayling, Koch and Strauch with Stuart Dallas at right wing back. That's probably what I could see, but he might start Charlie Cresswell. He might actually play players in their correct positions. So again, that'll be really interesting to see as well. But yeah, I'm really excited for the new era under Jesse Marsch. Even if it does take a bit of time, like he said, you know, it isn't like he's got 3 or 4 games to save Leeds United. He's got 12 matches to implement his ethos and ideas, and I truly believe that it will work out. If it doesn't, then yeah, that'll be gutting and heartbreaking, but I'm just being optimistic now, and I think Leeds will end up being fine. I still think we'd have been fine with Bielsa. I just think it might have been a lot more difficult to watch in certain games. Like, for example, with Marsch, when we play City and Chelsea at home, I think he'll set up in a totally different way to how Bielsa would, which is a positive. I'm not saying that means Leeds will win those games by any stretch, but it might not be as embarrassing as what it's been recently. So yeah, Leicester tomorrow. My score prediction. I'm going to back him for the new coach bounce, and I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds United. Goals from Rafinha and Rodrigo, I think. But yeah, I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think that might be asking for too much. But as long as Leeds win this game, I don't think any fan will care if we concede a goal or 2. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this game, guys. I'm really excited for it. Leeds United taking on Leicester at the King Power. 2-1 I'm going with. Hit me up in the comment section down below with your score prediction, how you think the game will go, and are you excited for the new era under Jesse Marsch? Smash that like button. Please subscribe as well. And yeah, I'll see you in my post-match reaction after the game tomorrow afternoon. I'll see you in a bit.